Between the Forever King commercial trying to erase history, the clips from 2017 that I saw on Uncut Hoops' recent video, and my own desire to debunk this mystification of how great LeBron was in 2017 and 2018, I decided it was time to slowly break apart the 2017 NBA Finals. This is the first period of Game 1, play-by-play.
Long time for this matchup.
We have LeBron on KD, and that's not going to last very long. We're going to get a screen and a switch.
Durant.
All right, so Pachulia has an opportunity here. I got to tell you, if this is a dominant center, that's a dunk. That's a dunk and a facial on whoever contests it. Pachulia does not take the opportunity. Pachulia is 6'11", but I'm just, dialing it back even further. Imagine, LeBron fans, if LeBron had Pachulia as his center, how much complaining and noise you guys would make. Also remember that when Bogut went out in the finals the season before, what a difference that made. But not just that. A reminder that the Cavs went and got Bogut in the offseason. They were trying hard to stack the deck unfairly yet again.
Finds Zaza Pachulia. Had an open layup and passed it back out. Draymond Green.
That was pretty ugly. Super team, super team.
Perfect on the road in the playoffs.
You see Durant and KD locked up there at the top of the screen. A switch is going to change that yet again. And then just watch what LeBron does throughout the possession.
As 7-0. In fact, their last two road games, they won by 44 and 33 in Boston against the Celtics.
All right, start puffing on those hands while you watch the offense executed without your involvement.
They have been back.
Jeez, is his hand glued to his mouth? What's going on here?
Magnificent on the road.
And now let's get the other hand. Essential ingredient to the offense.
Klay Thompson right now on Kevin Love on the switch.
Love is kind of stuck, and I don't see a single Cavalier cutting, including your hero, LeBron James. In fact, it looks like a pretty good opportunity for him to be cutting, but he does not. He has 1 foot out the door already, as a matter of fact.
Tied up, 2 to shoot, fires away.
Draymond Green's denial to Klay Thompson's post defense.
You see LeBron James on Durant.
Yes, and of course the announcers had to point that out, but the reality is there's not really anything happening there.
And Mike, Steph Curry took a shot coming off that screen.
Curry's got Thompson on him. Fires a 3.
Super team, super team, super team.
Green's got Kyrie Irving on him. Ball poked away. Picked up by Klay Thompson.
Super team, super team. People wonder why I was so hard on Klay. You see this type of crap a lot. Klay does not like being open.
James.
That's a risky, caught off your feet, nowhere to go, pass into traffic, passing to a covered teammate, but J.R. Smith bails him out by hitting this difficult shot.
Penetrates out. J.R. Smith, corner 3. That's good for the first bucket of the game. Be interesting to see if there's any rust.
Looks pretty rusty to me. Super team, super team. The Warriors haven't hit anything yet, have they?
As Durant way off the mark. Pachulia with a left hand banks it home.
There we go, finally. And that was a little bit of an awkward, fairly difficult looking shot that Pachulia got to go in over Love. All right, where is LeBron? Oh, there he is in the corner blowing on his hands. Huh, who would have thought?
This great offensive team, Kevin Love's got to do better.
Klay Thompson on Kyrie Irving. The left.
While Van Gundy makes sure the blame is going on Kevin Love, let's look at the importance of LeBron James on this possession. You need some popcorn?
Struggling offensively.
I know it's kind of silly to point out the hand blowing thing, but it is interesting because he does it so much. And we've noticed it a lot in recent years, but we go back and we see that he's been doing it a long time. And, there's been some speculation that it has something to do with ped use and the excessive sweating of the palms.
One possession he defends, the post up, the second possession defends. Kyrie Irving.
But Julia gives up another open shot.
Yeah, let's watch that because it is a little crazy. I know it wasn't his role on the Warriors to score, but geez, come on now. Look at this replay of Pachulia. Oh my God, look at that decision. That's just a terrible decision. Super team my ass. Everybody was saying it was a super team this, super team that. But we had to build around all minimum guys. Seriously, imagine a center that doesn't just finish that with a thunderous dunk. And let's look at something else. Old Blow on his hands right there in the center of your screen has an opportunity to strip that ball from Draymond if he wasn't busy just observing casually. I'm telling you, with Jordan's defense, that's a strip right there.
Gives up another open shot. Looked like he had a layup. Durant drives and finishes.
All right, so Durant just goes by LeBron here. I mean, my goodness. That's the first play where they really do anything, and LeBron loses that badly. Look at him desperately reaching at Durant as Durant goes by. More contact. More contact. Everything uncalled. I know it's ticky-tack, but, you know, LeBron is beaten. Tries to use his hands on him, and then he gets help, and Durant still scores.
But they're not. So he's going to have to cash those in.
James drives hard in, kicks it out. Kevin Love, his three-pointer.
Try to find LeBron James on this possession if you can.
Curry quickly pushes, trying to draw the foul on J.R. Smith. Inside Green. Now Pachulia shoots.
Did you see that? Look at the movement by Curry and the nice dish off. And dear God, Pachulia, how did the Cavs not win this? And here comes Bulldozer at the other end.
On the drive, James can't.
Did you hear all of that screaming and hollering?
On the drive, James can't. On the drive, James can't.
How many times in Jordan's career total did he yell so loud that the announcer's booth microphone picked it up? I'm trying to get a shot of what he's complaining about, but this is as good as it's going to get. I know the resolution's bad, and what do you know? They don't show a replay of it, of course, which probably means he did not get fouled, and they don't want to expose his complaining at the other end. Durant can't convert. Hey, what do you know? Who's waiting at the other end?
And the Cavs who like to push as well. James drives inside.
He blows it again, but this time he gets bailed out. I guess that's the reward for complaining loudly the first time. And always. Wow. This time we do get a replay, and just wait for Mark Jackson.
Clearly contact.
Is it clear, Mark? I guess you're talking about the pinky that may or may not have touched LeBron's shoulder there. Because this never had a chance of going in. This is just LeBron planning to get to the free throw line with a wild shot. Come on.
Is Draymond Green upset with a call?
Well, how about the energy in this building?
Yeah, you can hear the crowd. People are pretty fed up with LeBron's antics and him getting bailed out all the time. Draymond has not yet signed with Clutch Sports, so he is actually still competing against LeBron at this point. And then they actually do show the replay from the previous drive. And listen to Mark Jackson on this one.
Previous drive, LeBron wanted to call. To me, that's just playoff basketball.
On the play where I'm not sure there was contact, he says clearly there's contact. Now he switched to it's playoff basketball. Well, then wasn't it just playoff basketball previously?
No, the seventh player ever to play in 7 consecutive finals.
So as LeBron misses the free throw, Paul, don't lie. We have to listen to the announcers glazing. 7th player ever to play in 7 consecutive finals. All it took for LeBron James to do, though, was hop around to super teams and back. Anyway, LeBron finally finds a way to get on the scoreboard by hitting the second of his 2 bogus free throws.
They've played like 12 games in 40-some days.
As has become a recurring theme on my channel, we try and figure out what in the hell LeBron was thinking on defense. Look at Kevin Durant utterly alone. And who are we going to blame? Well, let's take yet another look. I think even delusional fanboys are going to have trouble blaming anyone else on this one. LeBron's just lazily continuing forward. Jeez. Now, do you think any of the announcers said a damn thing about the blown defense? If you guessed no, you are correct. It's worth pointing out, though, because they didn't miss a heartbeat to blame Kevin Love when he got scored on. Speaking of, I'm not sure I understand what the strategy was having 6'8" Kevin Love on 6'11" Pachulia, but in any case, these 2 points are a direct gift of LeBron's blown defense, and it's also the matchup against Durant. At the other end, LeBron finds Kevin Love, who nails the three. And yes, it is a legitimate assist, especially compared to the BS assists they give him today. But I do ask you, did he do anything amazing? He just passed to a guy who made a shot.
Outstanding defensive teams, so you're not going to get much easy.
Thompson gets to the rim. Well, whoever was banged up, and there were a few players, just about every.
Okay, what do you want to talk about first? The missed shot, or that the shot clock is at 16 and there was really no offense here? Or how open he is? Even after he releases the ball, no one is near him. Now, if you were to go check the box score right now, which I did, it would say that LeBron James has only taken 2 shots. He's missed both of them. But remember the bailout layup? He's actually attempted 3 times. But the bailout erases that shot attempt from the box score while giving him a point at the free throw line. Of course, this is true for everyone, but it seems like a bigger advantage for somebody who likes to throw himself at the rim and gets bailed out a lot. The Cavs get the offensive rebound. Kyrie nails a 3.
Cleveland State and their three-point shooting. Cleveland has been the best three-point shooting team in the playoffs.
I stopped at to show the Warriors missing yet another shot, but I also took a moment to listen to the announcer. Cleveland has been the best three-point shooting team in the playoffs. I thought the Cavs were up against a super team. I thought the Cavs were at a disadvantage. The Cavs are a better three-point shooting team than the Warriors, and they're bigger.
Strong on that attempt.
I was curious if this should have been a charge, a block, or a no call. No call seems pretty good, but the pass is so bad that Steph Curry deflects it while he's on the ground.
Ball deflected off the turnover. Here's Draymond Green.
They call this a charge on Draymond Green. Good job by Love to get there, but oh boy, he was barely there. See, what makes this tricky, I was going to say Draymond needs to be more creative and not just continue forward. But the thing is, if you picked up your dribble and are starting your layup, the guy has to be set before you've done that. I thought that's what the rule said. Anyway, Draymond goes to the bench with 2 fouls in the first period. And do you think the announcers said a word about LeBron's turnover? Watch Kyrie dismantle the entire Warriors team while LeBron James takes a break in the corner. Pretty impressive move by Kyrie, but let's look what LeBron was doing the whole time. Both hands on his knees, bent over. He looks gassed and like he desperately needs someone else to carry him.
To guarding Kevin Love.
Durant.
Once again, Durant is easily going around LeBron James. This forces Kevin Love to come over. When Kevin Love comes over, this leaves Pachulia open to dunk. More blown defense by LeBron James, and in my opinion, that is 2 more points for the Warriors that can be directly attributed to LeBron James.
To the 10 points. He's been open. They lob it inside. Irving able to get it. Fake.
I don't know what all that was, but I had to take a copyright break anyway, so I paused in my confusion.
Finds Thompson, stripped down low. Now,
I would say that LeBron got dunked on, except that LeBron didn't even contest the dunk. It's a tough situation to be in. Just ask Jason Terry, except Jason Terry was in a worse situation and still gave more effort than LeBron James did. LeBron James bragged that he won a 3-on-1.
Durant guarding Kevin Love. Love
On the defensive end and playing center field. Good job by the Cavs.
playoff numbers. He missed a game, came off the bench.
With Kevin Love making both of those free throws, it's an opportunity for me to remind people about something else that took place in 2017. LeBron James was still taking the technical free throws for his team, even though he was the worst free throw shooter on the team. I did a video on this because LeBron likes to lie and pretend it's not about him, not about stats, and yet he wanted so desperately to reach that point total that he took every possible shot that he could, even when it meant hurting his team. He was shooting 67.9% that season. Look at Kevin Love's stats, by the way. 48% from the three-point line throughout the 2017 playoffs. Holy crap.
For the Cavaliers.
Game 7, Mike, he has 14 rebounds.
There's Kevin Durant draining the first shot of the night in LeBron's face.
Teams starting to find the stroke a little bit after a rough start.
Thank you for your contribution, LeBron. Look at LeBron here. Realize he's wide open and then get like all dramatic. Oh, look how tough I am when no one's on me. Congrats on your first bucket of the night, LeBron. A dunk. Who would have guessed?
Curry in the pick and roll. I like how Curry's showing on those screens, but a little miscommunication.
Blown defense again here. They can't figure out who's going to go over or under, but Durant doesn't convert, so they dodged a bullet.
James drives in hard, foul, and he'll head to the free throw line for the second time here.
Maybe a foul, but nothing hard about what Iguodala did. Iguodala, all those years of absorbing LeBron James's bulldozing. Very different from how Michael Jordan got to the free throw line. So the wide open dunk a moment ago finally got LeBron James a field goal, which would make him 1 for 3. Or, let's remember, he has now had 2 of his shot attempts erased from the history books because a whistle was blown and he went to the free throw line. Is he 1 of 3 or 1 of 5? All right, so he misses his first free throw. What do you know? Let's go back and look at this dunk and the follow through. Oh, yeah, you really showed some people.
Wow. And just think, you got some great players that's had awesome careers as Curry.
Oh, look who decided to get across half court and watch and blow on his hands.
Checked in, throws it ahead. Here's Durant across the lane.
This time, Durant has Iguodala wide open to dish to if he wants to. But he's like, it's LeBron. Fuck it. I'll finish it myself. Oh, LeBron, your matchup with Durant is not going very well. And after all that, Golden State's only up by 1 point. LeBron is calling for a screen. He wants a smaller person. Oh, it doesn't work. And so he can't convert. Now, J.R. Smith tries to make something happen, but just look at LeBron James. Couldn't give less of a shit. I mean, look where he is. I just feel like everything about him exudes, you don't want this guy as a teammate because he doesn't care about you. I guess leaving early at least gives him a chance to get in front of the ball.
Cleveland has have some good veterans on their bench. Pass all the way across, and Durant throws it down.
Who do you blame this time? I mean, I feel like LeBron's just kind of like taking a nap, wakes up, overplays it, gets burnt badly, and another dunk compliments of LeBron James's bad defense. Watch Curry throw this right in front of LeBron's nose. It's a bounce pass that bounces right in front of LeBron's nose. Where's your athleticism? Where's your quickness? Get that ball, LeBron. Oops. And another oops. God damn. Embarrassing, man. People praised LeBron's performance in this.
Fortuitous bounce.
James blocked but fouled.
JaVale McGee blocked the shit out of LeBron James here. LeBron got bailed out.
JaVale McGee with his first personal.
You can hear the crowd is pretty upset when they see the replay on the Jumbotron. You think they're going to show us at home? Nope. We do not see that. They are going to show us a replay of the previous play and try and claim that it was lucky that that pass got through to Durant. Yeah, a lot of things end up working in your favor when you're playing against LeBron James's defense. Anyway, another bailout whistle. Instead of it being a missed shot, a block, it is not a shot attempt at all in the box score, but it is more free throws.
Of the Golden State Warriors, but the best player on the floor is LeBron James.
And there's Mark Jackson, still glazing LeBron James. I don't know if you guys didn't notice it, because some of you seemed sad when he got fired. He did a lot of that. And I'm sorry, but Kevin Durant is the best player on the floor. And that's why everybody's so pissed. That's why LeBron fans were so pissed. A team full of children, of draftees, went out and got themselves a superstar, a rising star, a star greater than LeBron James. And you can see it. And no, I don't like Kevin Durant, but he whooped LeBron's ass in this. In fact, now that I've stopped it, I'm getting angry. Mark Jackson, tell me what the hell LeBron James has done in this game, at least in this game, that you're calling him the best player on the floor, that makes you say that he's the best player on the floor. His defense, his 1 of 3 shooting, or 1 of 6 shooting by my count.
A better chance than 7%, even though the Warriors are clearly the favorite. Curry dribble.
We get a kickball here, in case you're wondering what happened. You giving Durant enough space there, LeBron? Well, I mean, you have been blown by 3 times already in the first period, so I guess I don't blame you.
In 2015, when Golden State won.
My God. Seriously, look at that space. Did I just hear Stacey King say that LeBron was a good defender when he was with the Cavs? Oh, Stacey. LeBron gets the defensive switch that he was praying for, but Durant can't hit. He likes shooting on LeBron. All right, and McGee tips it out against LeBron on the rebound, and this is the play that I featured in the Just One Play series that I do. Oh, LeBron. All right. If you've already seen this, skip ahead. If you want to see it again, then just let it play. All right, let's look at that play in slow motion so you have a better understanding of what happened. Obviously, there's a defensive breakdown. KD goes right past LeBron James. McGee with the easy dunk. Just so we understand how we even got to this point, let's rewind a little ways and watch. Look at all of the Cavaliers. In fact, look at all the Warriors. Everybody is around the three-point line or half court because there was a loose ball, except for LeBron James, who is doing what we have come to recognize LeBron James doing, just floating and doing nothing. The easiest role on the floor, even back then. Okay, now we at least have the impression that he's playing defense against the other team because a member of the other team moved to where he was. That's convenient. But then, just like with the Gobert example, he flees the area. He just leaves the 7+ footer undefended to go out to the perimeter, which was really helpful, by the way. Thanks for going out there, LeBron, and getting blown by. So now with the paint completely undefended, J.R. Smith has the enviable task of coming in and trying to guard either Kevin Durant or JaVale McGee. Durant dishes it off to McGee. Good luck stopping that. But I know the excuses are coming, so let's go with the wide angle and break this down even further. All the Cavaliers are out at the perimeter except for one. So the way to correct this is to have all of the Cavaliers go out to the perimeter and have no one down low. That doesn't make very much sense to me, but you could say, well, someone else is supposed to rotate down low. All right, so that means that one of the bigger guys on the team is going to leave the paint and force smaller players to come down and try to either stop Durant or McGee. Tell me how that one makes sense. Because the closest Cavaliers are going to be J.R. Smith, Deron Williams, or Kyrie Irving. That is the closest players now that LeBron James, who is 6'9", fled the paint. We do have another potential excuse to get LeBron James off the hook because we end up with 2 people on Curry up at the top. We need somebody to rotate over to Kevin Durant. Like I said, this was off of a missed shot, rebound, loose ball situation. So you see that J.R. Smith is kind of in a no man's land situation, but he could arguably be preventing Iguodala from having a wide open cutting lane. You see Iguodala at the far right of your screen. I mean, this is just a defensive disaster. It's such a disaster. I'm just going to ask you guys to tell me what should have happened here. Obviously, there's a problem, but was LeBron James leaving the paint the solution? Like the Gobert example, we have another case of at least putting on a show that you're so concerned about the open three that you give up a guaranteed two. Let me rewind further. McGee tips it out. It's a loose ball. So, it's a mess. Sometimes people don't get magically in the right spot. But isn't it convenient that LeBron being in the right spot means just hovering down low and then leaving the one place that you actually need him to be? Believe it or not, LeBron makes this ugly, ridiculous shit. But I'm not showing it, but he does make it.
James has 9 points, 3 assists. Durant, 10 points, 4 assists.
I wasn't going to do this again already, but since Green said LeBron has 9 points, 3 assists, and Durant has 10 points, 4 assists, well, that by itself makes Durant greater. But let's look again at LeBron's points. He's been bailed out 3 times. So, again, I say that he is 2 of 7, not 2 of 4. And 4 of those 9 points are from the free throw line that he shouldn't have gone to. Durant, by contrast, most of his points have come as a direct result of LeBron playing terrible defense on him.
Curry has it blocked from behind.
This is great defense by Kyrie Irving. What are you talking about?
Wow. And that's Mark Jackson, folks. The same guy who earlier said clearly contact when we couldn't clearly see any contact. And now Kyrie is just raping Curry's entire arm with his arm. He calls it great defense. I want to say something else here. At the beginning of the play, Darren Williams is already challenging Curry's drive. Those are Darren Williams' arms there. That's pretty good D. Curry is barely making it through that, and then Kyrie comes through with the help from behind. At least Kyrie, even though he's around Curry's height, has the decency not to talk trash when he does a block from behind when the offensive player is already preoccupied with another defender. But everybody remember LeBron blocking Curry from behind when Curry was already busy with another defender? 6'9" LeBron showing his insecurity and his need to yell at tiny little Curry when LeBron wasn't even the primary defender on the play. Thank you, Kyrie, for having a bigger set of balls than LeBron has. And from the very first frame to the last frame, Kyrie is clearly fouling Curry on the arm. Can you imagine the tantrum that LeBron would have thrown? And Curry barely says anything. Jesus, look at that. This could have hurt Curry's shoulder. We know LeBron would have had a grade 3 sprain of some kind. They cut from the replay to live action a little late, so we barely see what happens. But there's LeBron being super helpful. Oh, man. Quick to put his hands on his hips and act disappointed. Hey, I'm the only one here who can get dunked on. And again, I don't know where the breakdown began on this play. I can just tell you how interested LeBron looks in helping. And that is not very. Oh, no. Look who it is. Poor JR. He's getting the wrath of LeBron again. I'm fixing to blame you for everything. You just wait, JR. The only thing anyone's ever going to remember about your career is me pointing at you and asking why you didn't call for a timeout. Look at LeBron. He's at the bottom of the screen, going to the corner. He's fucking worthless. And you know what happens when you're worthless? People end up forgetting about you and leaving you wide open so you can do something really amazing, like get your second dunk of the night. And then this clown flexes. Nobody even knew I was here. Raw.
I don't know about this, but
if this incident sheds light on.
Talking about this yesterday, his response.
And he has not fallen short from that stature. He's on the Mount Rushmore of athletes and off the.
He won the Walter Kennedy.
Well, as the announcers are glazing LeBron, and yes, that's what they were in the middle of doing, he's getting another bucket dropped in his face by 6'1" Curry. Great D.
Steph Curry drains a long three.
I got to decide if I'm going to include that glazing because, wow, it's kind of crazy the lies they've been telling.
Grow as a player. We've also watched him grow as a man who's so community aware.
Anyone find it kind of pathetic that we're hearing the announcers talk about LeBron growing as a man as we watch it get shot in his face at one end and then him sit in the corner and watch his teammates carry him at the other end?
Under the 2-minute mark of what has been an eventful.
I find myself asking a question I have found myself asking many times over the years. Who is LeBron guarding? And we see something else that we've come to learn to expect. An absolutely uncontested rebound with his teammates surrounding him. JaVale McGee blocks Tristan Thompson the way McGee blocked LeBron earlier, but they don't bail Thompson out. At the top of the screen there, LeBron just watched Curry go by. And then watch this. That was an ugly sequence by the Warriors, but they get the loose ball, and LeBron is content to watch. Oh, yeah. Bring it up, LeBron. Oh, boy. Another bailout. Another bailout. Wait until you see the replay on this. It's weird because he's not actually even in front of LeBron. I don't know what to make of this. I just know that, I don't know, LeBron goes right by him, but they send him to the free throw line anyway. There's those stats. A journeyman in the NBA finds a home at Golden State. Yet again. And LeBron has scored 50% of his points from the free throw line. And that last one wasn't even a shot attempt when he went to the free throw line. And here's LeBron if you're looking for him. Staying out of the play. Nobody's going to blame me for the last shot that Curry makes of the period. And Curry's putting it on. And he gets by. And LeBron does not help his team. Just let Curry finish. And as LeBron continues to blow on his hands, Kyrie continues to be magical. And watch this sequence. Curry's so confused that LeBron doesn't come over to help that he misses an open shot. Oh, God, Steph. And LeBron still doesn't get the rebound. How did that happen? Just so we're clear, LeBron's inability to rebound against smaller players has given Golden State another shot attempt before the period ends. It's all right. Nothing will happen, right? Ooh, that one hurt, LeBron. That one hurt. The first period is over. Let's talk stats, because LeBron fans love to talk stats. And hey, he's got 13 points. Problem is he has 13 points, but has only made 3 buckets. 2 of them were dunks. One was a miracle 3-pointer. So, let's remove the 3-pointer. LeBron James has provided 2 dunks, and everything else is free throw points. And I would argue that he shouldn't have even been at the free throw line. But yeah, let's get excited about LeBron's 13 points on 3 field goals. Now, with the offense out of the way, what do you want to say about the defense? I mean, how many defensive meltdowns did I show just in the first period of LeBron, the GOAT James? How many points are indisputably a result? How many points of the Warriors, I should say, are indisputably a result of LeBron James's failure? So, offensively, he needs to be way better than what I just saw to make up for how goddamn dreadful he was on defense. All right, that's the end of the first period.